So here we go, up here. Heartbreaking. Thinking about the little boy being afraid. And the story's going to get even sadder. Or more sad.
I know you gonna dig this. Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? Here I am in Oxford, New York, a very, very, very small village, hamlet, town. It is tiny. There's a woman behind me doing mowing her lawn, kind of here, but pretty much the only person I've seen. There's a couple houses along this road. I showed you, beautiful pond and stuff, but I've driven about 6 kilometers, 3 miles off of the main road through town. This is heavily forested. But I've heard of this story and I've wanted to come here for a while now. And I've made it. There's a sign right here. Little Merritt's tomb. There it is. You can see it right there. We'll get closer to it in a moment. But this is the story of Merrit Beardsley. And this is Beardsley Cemetery. Let's walk and find the entrance. Because I haven't seen an entrance yet. I guess this would be the entrance. Huh. Yeah, I guess this is the entrance right here. Wow. So it's actually a well-kept cemetery. It looks like there's wildflowers in there. It says there, do not mow. But I noticed like little things planted all around, and looks like it's tended to. I believe the grave we're looking for is right there on our right. Let's go take a look at what the sign says. I'll tell you about little Merritt. I almost got hit by a branch there. It reads, Little Merritt's Tomb, a unique tomb with a window, marking the final resting place of young Merrit Beardsley upon his death in 1865. What's interesting about little Merritt's tomb is it has a window in it, as you read there. Apparently, now he had some sort of illness when he was 8 years old in 1865, and he was afraid of the dark. And ahead of his death, so this is what's really, really sad. He knew he was going to die. Apparently, he asked his parents not to be buried in the ground because he was afraid of the dark. And his father created this special grave for him. He was a stonecutter and put a grave with a little window on it, and they didn't bury him underground. So here we go, up here. Heartbreaking. Thinking about the little boy being afraid. And the story's going to get even sadder. Or more sad. Little Merritt's tomb. Oh, wow. First of all, I mean, look at that big truck. Look at all these cars, toy cars, and look, that is kind of perfect because that's what I've brought for little Merritt. So, here is the tomb, here is the window. We're going to go closer to the window. I'd like to add that, well, not add, I'd like to tell you, I believe these are his parents, William and Sarah. No, wait. Mother, father. Here. Merritt, son of William and Sarah Beardsley, died December 15th, 1865, age 8 years. Wow. So this window is not the original window. This is a plexiglass window. I believe there's a gentleman by the name of Stefan Foster I've been reading about, who had heard about this tomb and things that had happened to it in the past few years, however many years, and had this fixed. Because originally it was a window, a glass window. Look at all the coins. Wow. But of course, people can't leave people to rest in peace. People can't leave things. There are some evil people out there. And somebody broke the window, took little Merritt out, scattered his bones throughout the cemetery. Now his skull was later found, but the police found his skull because one of the vandals, I guess, they're not very smart. This first group, I think it's going to be more than one person, I think, from what I've read, kept the skull on display in his house, probably couldn't keep his big mouth shut about it, and police were tipped off or somehow found out, and they got the skull back. Now they put little Merritt back in, replaced the glass, people broke it again. Finally, and went into the tomb. Finally, they replaced it with this plexiglass in front. So, I'm not sure what we can see, if anything at all. I cannot see anything, and I can only see a bit of stone. I can see a bit of stone there. You can't really see anything through the glass. It's very, very difficult. Well, there you go. That's a better angle. There's my feet. Sorry for the reflection. There's not much I can do. It's a very, very small window. Little Merritt. So that's the cardboard. Just crushed it. So I stood up. All these coins. So little Merritt is now buried underneath. So, against his wishes, against his poor parents' wishes, who did such a beautiful thing for him, and but because of vandals and because of sick and evil people that are out there, he's now buried underground. I was debating about a whole bunch of different ones. This one said 2024, so it said new. So I was like, okay, well, that's new. A new model. But I was like, I don't think they had what kind of vehicle they had back in 1865. So I was like, should I bring a little car? Because that's what I like to bring for kids. Or stuffed animals sort of thing. But I think I wasn't the only one with that idea. Another car right over there. Oh, there's one right there, too. I'm pretty sure I'm right near a wasp's nest. It's okay, though. It doesn't bother me. I'm going for the hairspray. This is definitely an older cemetery. I passed one right off the main road coming in, and I thought that was it. And then, nope. GPS saying, go further. Look at how old some of these are. Wow. Fallen over, even some of them. You can see right there. So the gentleman that I mentioned, Stefan Foster, wrote a book, and the proceeds from that book went to pay for the restoration of little Merritt's tomb, which is just right around there. Yeah, incredible what he did for little Merritt. And it was the 70s when it was first vandalized that I read about. Wow. I'm not even sure if that, I think that's a grave right there. And yeah, might be right here. Another one there. Amy Finch. And here's Lucinda Hamilton. Wow. It's a pretty famous story, I guess, from what I'm gathering about little Merritt. Imagine having to think about being 8 years old and knowing you're going to die and you actually have the capacity to know what a grave is. I mean, I don't know if I knew what it all meant at 8, but you're confronting your own death at 8. Completely not the way anyone should ever go, and especially anything that a little kid should have to worry about. And his father did such a beautiful thing for him, and people came along and messed it up. But I guess you would be able to look in through the window back then, and I'm not sure if he was in a casket or if he was just laid to rest on top of like some cement or the dirt, and then the cement casing there. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to err on the side of probably there was a casket placed inside, even though he was afraid of the dark. That's kind of why the window's there. You know what I mean? Like the window is just symbolic. Maybe the father did to let light into the tomb. But I think he would have been in a little casket. I don't think he was just there, so the vandals would have broken in through the glass. I'm not sure how they did it. I don't really care to know how they did it because I don't want to give any ideas. And he lifted it up. Who knows? What? Like, so they broke the window. Maybe they reached through. How? It's confusing. Some people dispute whether or not it's like if it's just a folk legend of why there's a window. That maybe the little boy wasn't afraid of the dark, and possibly his parents just wanted to be able to come here to be able to view his body after he passed, and that's something that's not, it's uncommon, but it's, it's throughout history there have been cases of that, and watching and being able to view their embalmed loved one, people. It's odd, but yeah, and that's possible. But we like to think that it's a little more, there's more of it aside. That he just wanted sunlight and no darkness. Little Merritt. Some more cars there. That's the story of little Merrit Beardsley here in Oxford, New York. Very, very sad. Sad about the little boy dying. What's even more sad is the fact that people broke in, took his little bones. Somebody had the gall to display his skull. Hopefully, little Merritt's resting peacefully now, even though he's in darkness. But rest in peace, Merritt, and your parents. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love you all. Peace out.